teach you guys how to make hummingbird food. My grandmother taught my mother, then my mother taught me. It's not really a sacred recipe, but it definitely saves a lot of money if you like to have hummingbird feeders and have your own food. At the store, I want to say like a jug of it. I don't even know how big those jugs are. Do you, Dakota? Okay, well, a jug of red food coloring sugar water costs like, I want to say $3 to $5, but a bag of sugar costs less than that, and water is typically in your home. So I have these 3 hummingbird feeders here, and I'm going to be filling them up with sugar water. I might not fill them all the way because since it's so hot, it kind of gets moldy after a while, but I've got 4 cups here, and I'm going to go ahead and do 8 cups total in a saucepan. So I'm going to turn my stove top on to high because I want to bring the water to a boil. So I'm going to go ahead and add my other 4 cups of water to make 8 cups. So I have my little sous chef here to help me because this is very taxing. So the next thing you're going to do, before the water even comes to a boil, you can let it come to a boil. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, as long as the sugar gets dissolved in your water. So it's 3 parts water to 1 part sugar. So for example, if you did 3 cups of water, you would do 1 cup of sugar. So since I did 8 cups, it's going to be 2 2/3 cups of sugar. So we're going to add the sugar now. Thank you, other assistant.
Yes.
What we're even doing. Okay, careful. Can they see it? Danger. Danger. Ooh, danger, Coda, danger. That was not a good idea, was it?
No, it may have need to use a bigger pan.
Stop the video. So, we're learning here, and the pot we used was far too small. So I'm putting it in a bigger pot. And my little chef is on probation right now for touching the handle and pulling the pot. He doesn't know. We did not hurt him. We did not punish him. We just removed him from the situation. No one was hurt. Thank the Lord. So now I'm going to put my heat back on high, and Dakota is going to add the rest of the sugar.
Even distribution.
I'll bring this water to a boil, just enough to let the sugar dissolve into the water. Go ahead and stir it real good. And once it comes to a full boil, and it's all dissolved, we're almost done. Bring your water to some sort of a boil. Like I said before, just assure that your sugar is completely dissolved. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And then I like to go ahead and move it off my burner too. And then we're going to add ice. Then I'll just let it cool. Some of that ice will dilute. That's totally fine. It's a pretty potent mixture. And then after that, we'll take it and put it in our hummingbird feeder. So my sugar water that we made for the hummingbirds, it's been sitting long enough. All the ice cubes have melted. You don't have to wait for them to melt, but we just got really busy with our nighttime routine for bath and bedtime for Elijah. So here's what it looks like now that the ice is melted. It has gotten a little bit fuller now, which is totally fine because like I said before, it's a very concentrated sugar water, so diluting it a little bit will not hurt anything. And our hummingbirds are big fans. So this is what we're about to pour into is my 3 feeders. I might have a little left over, I've tried to save it in the fridge before, but I don't know. Sometimes it molds before it's time to put it back out, so we'll just see what we have. Say a prayer.
God, please let this work and not make this.
Oh, scary. Oh, that's full.
Good job, man.
Thank you. Please stay. Oopsie. This is the one I'm scared about. Okay, I'm just gonna have to one-hand the spot.
You're so strong from working out so much.
Well, it's hard being Wonder Woman. What's so funny?
Nothing. Just laughing because it's true.
Sure would hate to get my lighted rope out, strangle you with that. Just kidding.
It's a lasso of truth.
It's from Mint. So coconut oil has a lot of uses, but I'm going to try it for a different use. I have something called an ant guard on top of this hummingbird feeder right here, and you're supposed to put water up here. The problem with water is it dehydrates. The purpose of the water is to kind of like drown out the ants or just stop them from going up the pole or down the pole onto this and then into your sugar water, because ants will take over in like 5 seconds. So you just saw Dakota put my ant guard gel around the poles, which was so sweet with this sexy headlamp. But I'm gonna try something different this time, and I'm gonna actually just put coconut oil up top because it shouldn't dehydrate or anything like that. And it should stay liquid the whole time because it's so flippin' hot right now outside. Yay, Arkansas.
What if it rains?
That's a great question, Dakota. If it rains, oil and water shouldn't mix, right?
Correct.
So maybe the water will go out first. But if it rains and all this washes out and goes down this, it's going to be disgusting. I don't know. Trial and error. Alright, ladies, I'm not implying that your husband doesn't love you, but if he doesn't put on a sexy headlamp and hang your hummingbird feeders for you in the middle of the night, he doesn't